Good morning, Joy here. It is March 2. Oh my heavens, can you believe it's March 2, 2018? It's just shocking how fast these years go by when you're this age. So fast. You know, you would think when you're as old as I am, you'd be sitting in a rocking chair somewhere and waiting for the hours to tick by. It doesn't happen. And I'm having my upstairs Keurig coffee. The lady said to me, I thought you got rid of all your Keurigs. Well, I did. I got rid of the one at the store. Something's beeping and I don't know why. Ignore that. Oh, it's a hot water pot. But I got rid of the one at the store. I got rid of the one downstairs at this house, and I got rid of the one at the other house. But I have one up here that's just when I have friends over, or like this morning we ran out of coffee downstairs. Hold on, I'm so sorry guys. If I ever make these videos in the morning, I sound like I have a cold and I'm sneezy wheezy, so please forgive me. Anyway, so I do have a Keurig up here, but my trick to keep me from dying is I always pour out the old water, I always fill it with fresh filtered water, and I always run a cup of just hot water, no coffee, through it. And then I look in it and see if there's any facilities or bugs or anything, you know, that looks gross. If there is, I run another cup of hot water. But lately there's nothing at all. It's just as clear as it can be. So I'm like, oh, that can't kill me. So until I go buy more coffee for downstairs in the percolator, I have to use this up here. But it is half calf. So what am I doing today? I'm taking my mom to the eye doctor. I might take a video of her because she's getting her bath and getting her hair fixed today, and she'll be all pretty, and we're taking her out on a beautiful sunshiny Friday. Yay! And instead of taking her to my eye doctor in Edmond, Doreen, the lady that takes care of her all the time, recommended a nice eye doctor here. Not the kind that gives you glasses, but the next step up, because my mom's had these little bumps on her blind eye. She has these little bumps on her eyelid. They look like a sty, but they're not a sty. It's just a bump, a red bump, and then if you open her eyelid, there's a bunch of little red bumps inside it. And she's had it for months. And I kept telling the nurse, you know, when you do something about her eye, can you get me some eye drops? And he said, oh, that's nothing, don't worry about it, it's probably an ingrown hair. Well, finally I said, this is ridiculous, I want something done about this eye. And he said, well, that's not really the diagnosis that we treat. You're going to have to take her somewhere. Why didn't he tell me that months ago? I would have taken her then. Anyhow, we're taking Mom to the eye doctor today. Then I have, well, it's not a surprise. Joy getting something from Missouri Star Quilt Company is never a surprise anymore. But I got this thing. I ordered on a particular day, and on this particular day they were giving you this thing. I'll show you it. Okay, this is take two. First my husband knocked on the door and came in here, and then my phone rang. And so this is take two. I was getting ready to show you something that I got from Missouri Star Quilt Company. They just put it in because I ordered X amount of dollars or something. So this is what it is. It's in this bag. And when they sent it to me, nothing was in it. And it was all squished up and rolled up and wrinkled. I actually ironed it, you guys. Ironed the straps. But look what's in it. You're supposed to put fat quarters in it. And they tell you how to take the fat quarter and how to fold it in just a certain way so it will fit in here in 3 rows of fat quarters. There's some little dividers in here. But I already have my fat quarters organized and I already have them all put away. So I had a mountain of scraps over there on that table. A mountain. I think I took a picture of it. I'll have to show you guys. And I thought, I've already made this huge quilt. I'm not ever going to make another quilt. I'm going to get rid of those scraps. So I texted my friend Sherry Marie, who's always helping other people learn how to quilt. And I said, do you need these scraps? And she said yes, because she was teaching somebody how to quilt and she was using her fabric to teach this girl how to quilt because she didn't have any of her own fabric. I said, okay, I'll send you all these scraps. But then, after I talked to her for a minute, I found out that she doesn't really need these little tiny 1-inch, ½ inch strips and little tiny pieces. She needs yardage. So I have a big Rubbermaid box that has a lid on it. a lot of them, in my attic. And every time I finish a blouse for my mom or a blouse for me or a project, like baby bibs or whatever, and I have like, not just a strip or a scrap, I have, you know, a 1/4 yard or an 1/8 yard or a fat quarter size, I throw it in that box. And so I had a whole bunch of that type of stuff. So I took all of that out, and I'm going to send that to her. So, and I was going to send this to her too, but then this morning, oh my goodness, I hope you guys watch this quick, because Craftsy.com has free classes all day today, tomorrow, and Sunday. That's March 2, 3, and 4, free classes. And so I thought, oh my goodness, I watch Craftsy all the time. I don't think there's anything I want to watch, but I went there just in case. And there was a new class. And it was called sewing with strips, or strip quilting, or something. And the lady showed all these projects that you can do with strips, not little tiny pieces, like a lot of the stuff I did for my quilt. You have to have a full, what's a fat quarter, 18 inches? A full 18 by 22 or whatever it is. But I don't necessarily have to do that, do I? But she showed how to make placemats, napkins. She even took those scraps and took a big rotary cutter and cut them all up in little tiny itty bitty pieces she called confetti. And she even made something out of those. So if you're listening to this soon, go to Craftsy. It's called something, and I'll come back and I'll write it here, and I'll tell you what the class is called, okay? I'll put some text down there and tell you what the class is called so you can watch it, so you can keep your scraps. I was so excited to get this bag, and of course it was just sitting there, and I thought, I'm never going to use that bag. I'll go stick it in the Goodwill. But there was my mountain of scraps, and there was the bag. Scraps, bag, scraps, bag. You know my lightning fast mind. I thought, how much could I compress those scraps? And how many can I fit? I fit all the ones on the table and another whole freezer bag full into here. Maybe 2 freezer bags full. I do have one more bag I found in my Rubbermaid box. So, I don't know. It can't fit in here, but I guess I won't worry about that. So anyway, that's all I want to tell you guys. And I have to go because I've got to get something done. I've got the first 4 rows done on my new scrap quilt, the halves for triangles, and I think I have time to do the next 2 before we go to the doctor. So have a really, really, really nice sunshiny day, and I'll be back soon. Bye.